Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakudah, Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of the elect out there, Shalom to you all. I'm going to make this super quick, and I'm going to make this a premiere too. Anyway, the title of this video is, after me watching this video, I just clicked on this. I saw it maybe 15 minutes earlier. I was doing something else, and I said I'm going to come back to this. Put up by Daily Edification for you should know who that is. If you don't know, ask somebody. The title is, even Google knows that the Lord was not called Jesus in his day. Now, this prompted me to ask a question to a chat concerning, you're gonna crack up the way these devils roll. I asked, matter of fact, let me do this. But anyway, the title of this video is, put your videos up either live or premiere. Either put your video up live or premiere your videos. Because premiering a video is just like live video. So what you get is, you get a chat. So you get a lesson going. You got the main lesson, which is right here. You got the chat, and then after the video, you got the comment section, which is another way. That's 3 lessons. Got a lesson right here. The chat, you got a lesson while this lesson is going on, and then you got another lesson when you go to the comment section. Now you don't have to do that, but this is what I noticed. The first thing I noticed, it was 26 minutes in, and he only got 36. And I said right away, this is not live and this is not premiere. Because had you put it up as premiere, you'd have got a lot more views than this. There's something about that, either putting up live or putting it up as a premiere. Me myself, I put up stuff as premiere, because if I'm doing a video and I did something wrong, I put up the wrong whatever, and I kind of want to change it, I'll take it to a Pinnacle, and I'll edit it. Sometimes you got to edit it. Sometimes you got to put something over something else, a picture over something else, or cut out something that you didn't want in the video. So when I'm doing the premiere, I'm looking at everything. If I say, oh, I don't like that, I'll straighten it out in when I'm in Pinnacle, when I can edit it out. So that's why I do that. But there's nothing wrong with putting up a video live. But the next best thing to live is premiere. I know for a fact that he would have had maybe 136, maybe 236. Something about that premiere. But anyway, so this is even Google knows that. Oh, and you can also be a part of your premiere. And another thing you can do, you can put in what do you call it? Is it a survey? Yeah, it's a survey. And I did that once or twice. I got to start doing that, where you kind of ask a question, maybe four answers you can give to this one question. So there's a lot you can do with this thing that the Most High has given us. But anyway, let me just do this. I'm not going to really focus on this video. You can watch it. I urge you to watch it. And that's true. Let me just go ahead and read this. It says, no, Jesus was not called Jesus when he was alive. He was known by his Aramaic name, Yeshua, actually Hebrew, because he spoke Hebrew, and would have been identified by his origin or father, which is Joseph, such as Yeshua of Nazareth, or Yeshua bar Yosef, which is Jesus, son of Joseph. So Google is telling you that his biological father was Joseph. The name Jesus in the English version, the Greek, Iesus, which was itself a translation of Yeshua. His original name was likely Yeshua. I'm just reading it verbatim. A common Galilean Jewish name, which is Joshua. Now check this out. So I'm kind of doing two videos in one. I asked a question. Does the new covenant apply to the Gentiles according to Hebrews chapter 8? Excellent and thoughtful question, and it gets into one of the deepest interpretive debates in biblical theology. Let's look closely at Hebrews 8, especially verses 8 to 12, which quotes Jeremiah 31 to 34. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Why did he mention the house of Israel and the house of Judah? Because during the time of Jeremiah, the house of Israel was nowhere to be found. We know that they went to the Americas. The people of Indian descent of North, Central, and South America, those are the Israelites. That's where they went to. So this is a prophecy, which is in our lifetime, that Jeremiah, the Most High gave Jeremiah this prophecy. So he was saying, in case you want to question, well, Israel's no more, Jeremiah is saying, no, Israel and Judah, they're going to come back together and they're going to come up under a new covenant. He said it when he was living during the time of the Babylonian conquest, when the Babylonians took us over. So let's go right here. Step 1, they're going to answer it correctly, but then they're going to go off in step 2 and step 3, even step 4. The direct wording, the text explicitly says the new covenant is made with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. In its immediate literal sense, the covenant is addressed to Israelites, not to Gentiles. Hebrews 8 doesn't directly mention Gentiles at all. So now this is where the devil comes in. The devil is in the details. Step 2, the context of Hebrews. However, the author of Hebrews is written in a Christian audience. Christian merely means an Israelite that accepted the Messiah. Very likely include Jewish believers, but he interprets the Jewish prophecy as being fulfilled in the Messiah. He says Jesus, I'm reading verbatim, is the mediator of a better covenant established on better promises. The covenant inaugurated through Jesus' blood, I'm reading it verbatim, Hebrews 9 verse 15, is the one Christian participate in. Step 3, how Gentiles are included. Show you that these devils all know the scriptures, don't understand the scriptures, especially the prophecies. Although Hebrews 8 itself doesn't spell it out, the broader New Testament teaches that Gentile believers are grafted into the blessings of Israel's covenant. Romans 11:17 to 24. If you understand the scriptures, you would know that those Gentiles are Israelites in a Gentile state of mind coming back into the fold. Read about Cornelius. Acts 10 verse 28, I believe it's the 28th verse. The Apostle Peter says, the Most High said I should not judge. I'm merely paraphrasing. any other nation. So when you, any nation, I'm merely paraphrasing, you can go to it in the chat. That's why I say you do the premiere, you got to chat. That word there for nation is the word, matter of fact, I'm going to have to go to it. I'm going to have to go to it. Because Christians will use this. Come on now. Let's go to Acts. Chapter 10. And I believe that's 28, verse 28. Remember, Peter was trying to figure this thing out. Oh, and by the way, Peter fell out the truth too. Because the Lord told him to kill the unclean animals, creeping things. He said, the Lord said, rise, kill, and eat. And he said, nah, I ain't eating that shit. So the Lord said, okay, you out the truth. You fell out the truth. Ezekiel fell out the truth too. Because the Most High told him to eat these cake with barley and all these ingredients and put man's shit in there. He said, nah, I ain't doing that shit. So Ezekiel fell out the truth too. So a lot of people fell out the truth. We thought these guys were men of the Lord. Anyway, so I'm at the 28th verse, Acts 10 verse 28. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew or Judah to keep company or come unto one of another nation. So Christians say, see, Cornelius is of another nation, but he got saved. No, Cornelius was an Israelite that grew up in a family that did not teach their children, or Cornelius in this case, that he was an Israelite. And it definitely, there's no backstory to Cornelius. Cornelius wasn't part of a famous family called the Keneally family. It was Barak from the HODC said, oh, Cornelius is from the famous Keneally family. I said, ain't no fucking famous Keneally family. Look it up. Go to Google. It said, but the Most High have showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. Because this man Cornelius was an Israelite. Now remember, this is the book of Acts. Acts comes after Matthew, John, Luke. What is it? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Matthew 28 and 19, it said, go to the nations and teach. So why does Peter have a problem with that? Why did the Most High have to send down these unclean animals and tell them to eat? Now you dumbass Christians in the churches say, see, that proves you can eat anything you want as long as you bless it in the name of Jesus. Then why did he question it? Well, what did he say? He said after the sheet was taken back up, matter of fact, let me go to that for you dummies out there. And we're through with you Christians. We are through with you. That's a topic right there. We are through with you. Okay, let me do this. So the Lord said, rise, eat, rise, and there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. Peter fell out the truth. He should have ate them. He should have ate those lizards, man. He should have ate them possums. He should have ate that shit. He should have ate all that, man. He should have ate that eagle. And the voice spake unto him again the second time, what the Most High have cleansed, that call not thou unclean. So the Most High said, look, I cleaned it. You can eat it now. The Lord said he cleaned it. This was done thrice. And so he gave him three strikes and you're out, right? So Peter fell out the truth. And the vessel was received up again to heaven. Now, while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean, because the Lord didn't actually want him to kill and eat. He actually wanted him to kill and eat. And he said, I ain't going to do that. 3 times. 3 times. So he said, there's a spiritual meaning to this. What does this mean? He was getting them ready for Cornelius, which was an Israelite that might have had a bald head, might have had tattoos on him, might have had tribal marks on him, whatever the case may be. So he had to get him ready. Then he had to explain it to the rest of the apostles in Acts chapter 11. The first, I think it's the very first verse. This is why we don't deal with these Christians. We don't F with these Christians. I was watching a video earlier this morning with Captain Cesario talking about having a debate, a big major debate with vocab, and he was talking about getting Priest Daniela. He mentioned Garfield, and I'm looking at this and I'm shaking my head, and I'm saying, what do you think? What's the outcome? Do you really believe that vocab's going to say, you guys are actually right, I'm not going to mess with you no more? Or does vocab actually believe he's going to give you the right scriptures the right way? He's been messing with us for 11 years. But he got the scriptures lined up where he shows Captain and them other brothers or elders or whatever, they're going to get it. Nothing's going to come of that. When both of y'all go your separate ways, you're going to believe in what you believe, and vocab's going to believe in what he believes. Guaranteed. There's nothing you can show vocab that the Most High only came for the nation, the Israelites. So you know, when I was looking at that, shaking my head, I said, this ain't nothing but entertainment, man. This ain't nothing but entertainment. This is spectator sport. Anyway, so let's come on down. So remember, Peter, if John fell out the truth, damn it, Peter fell out the truth too. And he got 3 chances to get it right. You feel me? So then he finally comes around, right? You can read the whole chapter. Oh, by the way, the 7 taught that Cornelius was an Edomite. He was there the whole. Masha, King Masha. Look, because we used to question that, man. What means Edomite is in the truth? He was there to hold the book. To hold the book. What book wasn't even written yet? It wasn't. Revelation wasn't written. All these other books, Hebrews, Galatians, this, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Colossians, Ephesians, you know. Anyway, the Spirit got to be with you in order to see this book. The Holy Spirit's got to be with you. Acts 19, 1 and 2. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. Now back 2,000 plus years ago, 2,000 years ago, whatever, if you were an Israelite, you wasn't supposed to deal with an Israelite that didn't know that they were Israelite because they were unbelievers. So Cornelius became a believer. Give you another example. Christians use this too. Acts chapter 16, you can start the first, it's in the first verse. It speaks about Timothy's mother and grandmother, Lois and Eunice. I always get them mixed up. I can look it up, but Lois and Eunice, Timothy's mother and grandmother. I believe it was either Eunice or Lois. Somebody help me out. Look it up. I should go ahead and look it up. Let me see. Let me do this. Let me do this right here. Okay, this is me studying exercise technique VO2 max, meaning. Anyway, What is the name of Timothy's mother? Come on, man. Timothy's mother's name in the Bible. Eunice. Timothy's mother's name in the Bible was Eunice. His grandmother's name was Lois. Lois raised her daughter to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, but she fell in love with a Greek. That Greek was an Israelite that didn't want to accept the fact that he was Israelite. He said, no, I'm a Greek. He probably in Roman military or whatever. But they fell in love with each other. Now, according to the law, Eunice was not supposed to marry a man of another nation. That's in Acts 10. So who did she fall in love with and marry? And they married and they fell in love with each other? Them both, because they fell in love with each other. But ultimately, he was an Israelite anyway. Because let's say he was an actual Greek. Then Timothy would have to be a Greek, because you are what your father is. And then you can say, well, Timothy was a white man. And that's what Christians also used to say. Because you don't, the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Comfort is not with you. Okay. So now let me come back over here. And he said, ye know that it is an lawful thing for a man that is a Jew, a Judite, to keep company or come unto one of another nation. So Timothy's father would be considered an unbeliever, but they were, even though he's an unbeliever, he was still an Israelite. But the Most High have showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. Now let's deal with other nations. And I dealt with this before. This is for some of you new people. Another nation. Let's look up the word another nation. Right quick. So we go into our tool, which is the blue letter, which Bishop Bullwinkle goes to uses this tool too. I can't prove it, but I'm positive he does. He covers all the bases. Okay, unclean. I want nation. Another nation. Another nation. Listen up.
Strong's G 246. Alaphulas. Alaphulas.
Alaphulas. Let's break it up. It just means foreigner. Elos, which means another.
Strong's G 243. Alas. Alas.
Alas, which means another. Give me a second. Foulé. When you put them
Strong's G
together,
5443. Foulé.
All right,
Foulé.
Foulé. Check it out. For you newer people out there, a tribe in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, a nation people. So what does it mean? It's talking about one of the tribes. Remember, when the Babylonians took down the northern kingdom, Judah wasn't helping them. Just like you got them Latin tribes, when they first started getting grabbed up by ICE, what they said, what about the African black Americans? They didn't even really know why they said that. They said that through the Spirit, because they were going through this. They going through what they went through with the Assyrians. It's like, why ain't Judah? Because remember, going to the history, the Assyrians been trying to take down Judah I think maybe 50 years. They were trying for years to take down Judah, and they could never take Judah down, but they were able to take down the northern kingdom. Why did that happen? Because of prophecy. Because the Most High wanted the Syrians to take down the northern kingdom, and for Babylon to take down the southern kingdom. So when the northern kingdom was taken down, the southern kingdom laughed at them. See, that's what you get, and you ain't even our people no more. That's what Ephesians chapter 2 is all about. Ephesians chapter 2 and 11. So you Christians don't know what the hell you're talking about. Talking to a Christian is like playing basketball with a caveman. It's not going to end well. So anyway, so let's come over here and where am I at? Okay, I think I covered this. Yep. Hebrews 11:17-24, Gentiles are grafted in to the olive tree of Israel. You can graft olive into an olive tree. You can take an olive tree, take the branch off, graft it into another olive tree. That was called a wild olive tree because Israel became wild. When the northern kingdom came to America, they said they're going to keep the laws. Ultimately, they were doing their own things. They became heathens. Ephesians 2 verse 11, I mentioned that. Gentiles, once aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, that goes back to the northern kingdom and southern kingdom. When Yahushua came on the scene, the northern kingdom wasn't here to receive the blessings, are now brought near by the blood of the Messiah and made fellow citizens with the saints. The saints are Israelites. These Gentiles are also Israelites. Now you got brothers that say, oh, Romans 11 and Ephesians is talking about the northern kingdom. The northern kingdom was nowhere to be seen. There was a few of them that stayed, but the northern kingdom was out of sight, out of mind at that time. Even James said, greetings to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, because he knew about the prophecies. Isaiah 11, another prophecy. It says Gentiles once, which are Israelites, aliens, like foreigners from the commonwealth of Israel, and are now brought near by the blood of Yahushua and made fellow citizens with the saints. Well, they were saints to begin with. Galatians 3 verse 29, he should have started 28 when it says Greeks. The word Greek are the Gentiles, Israelites in the Gentile state of mind. Those who belong to the Messiah are Abraham's seed. Yep, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. And heirs according to the promise. Now, I want you to go to the Rockefellers and bust in one of their parties and sit down and tell them that you are Rockefeller. Because you are heir to that. You claim you change your name to Rockefeller, and damn it, I want my inheritance. They're gonna beat the shit out you. I'm gonna call security and say, get this nigga out of here. So they don't know. I don't gotta read no more. But anyways, synthesis. So in Hebrews 8, the new covenant is described as promise to Israel and Judah, but through the Messiah. Now, did not the Messiah, the first thing he did, the big commission in Acts 10, didn't he say don't go to the Gentiles? Come on, dog. Gentiles are included. Yes, if you're included, you're a Gentile. A Gentile is included if his lineage goes back to Israel and his blessings. The writer assumes his Christian readers, which are Israelites that accepted the Messiah, Jews and Gentiles are Israelites in the Gentile state of mind alike, participate in the covenant mediated by Jesus. Wrong. Let me come back to step one. Step one was correct. So they should have ended it right here. Anyway, shalom, on to the next.